And we are back. The Punt Boys are back. It was you might have not been expecting us this week. We had a disappointing week last week, but I think we're still pretty much up on the year. We're having a good year so far. Lads, how are you both? Tag?
I'm good, mate. I've missed one or two. A lot of stuff going on, but glad to be back. I said it last time, the tripod is back again. Frustratingly back with no wins on the punt side of things, but I'm feeling good about this week. I think we're going to come good. I'm ready for a big week ahead.
I like the positivity. Bish, how are you?
I'm slightly better. Yeah, 2-1 on my best bets last week, so small profit. The only gripe is Tony Pollard didn't get that touchdown. The Titans first and goal from the 1 yard line, and the all play action to the tight end. So that hurt me. But yeah, I think Jennings were the big one. Big talk last week on it. So I think that was over pretty early in the first quarter. So yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, brilliant prediction by Bish. You had him all over. You got him in your fantasy team on the fantasy show. You had him on the bets. Yeah. Anyone watching? Bish is on fire at the moment. He's the one out of the three of us that's got his head held high, and he's going into week 4 on a positive note. But I'll quickly review mine, lads. Last week I had obviously the Josh Jacobs treble with Green Bay. He got the touchdown. Green Bay won, but then obviously didn't get anywhere near the rushing yards, as I think he basically just took the second half off, didn't he?
Manuel, he didn't score a touchdown either. Give yourself a pat on the back there. He definitely didn't score a touchdown.
Well, 1 out of 3 on that one, lads.
Can't lie to the fans.
Yeah, 1 in 3, not a great one there. Like you said, Emmanuel Wilson got all the action. I think the close one, I got mistaken, was the Chris Godwin one. Obviously, he got the touchdown. He got his 5+ receptions, but he got 68 receiving yards. Really close. Obviously, a bit of a tough game for the Bucs in the whole. But I think at the end, Baker started throwing it about and doing what they should have done earlier. Let Baker bake, and it worked. And he got close in that final quarter there. And then I'll not mention the Eagles Saints one, lads. It was disappointment, and that wasn't even 1 out of 3. So I'll move on from that one. Bish, how did you do? Oh, you've already got. Sorry, Tag. How did you do?
Yeah. Again, poor from myself. Very frustrated. We spoke about it obviously quite a bit. The Bears Colts under 43. That was in comfortably. Probably maybe should have all pushed that as a single, but I put it in my Tags treble. I went with Bucs minus 6.5. It's the one and only time I go against my team all year, because I just not seen much from the Broncos all year, and I thought the Bucs had been playing well. Baker was playing well, and I thought it'd be a tough game there in Tampa, but obviously Broncos dominated, and then the Raiders Panthers, the Red Rifle. It was a bit of a risk going against him. First game for the Panthers, but the way Raiders come back against the Ravens, but the Raiders being the Raiders did the Raiders thing, and it was absolutely rubbish. So 1 out of 3 for me as well. Poor week on the treble. I won't be betting against Denver again this season. You can put that down as a quote. It's not happening. I'm staying away from my team the rest of the year. And I'm excited about hopefully getting them the first win on the board this week.
Yeah, let's get into it then, Bish. You start us off.
Yeah, first up, I'm going running back heavy this week with all 3, as you'll see. But first up is Saquon Barkley, over 78.5 rushing yards. And this line has been creeping up all week. So last time we checked just before the show, it was 78.5. But I'd say get on, no matter what it creeps up to. The Eagles, again, I spoke about matchups. The Eagles are the 3rd best team rushing the ball, averaging 167 yards a game. And on the other end, the Bucs aren't very good. Bucs are 25th against the run. And sort of Barkley has been the standout for the Eagles. They've also lost AJ Brown. Devontae Smith is in concussion protocol. So it's looking like they're going to miss both of them too. So this could be all Barkley. Barkley carries the team on his back here. His first 3 games of the year, he's had 109, 95 and 147 yards. So I think 78.5. And he's going to get extra work. I think this is a absolute banker. And I'll give a warning to that because we've said that quite a few times in previous shows, and it's come in.
Injury coming.
Yeah, this one it has to come in. I think. Just quickly on the Bucks as well. In the 3 weeks that they've the 3 games they've had previous, they gave up this line to Jaden Daniels week 1, Jamar Gibbs week 2, and then last week against the Broncos, Tyler Badee had 70 yards on 9 carries, so he's averaging almost 8 yards a carry there. So they're very leaky against the run. I think this will be a heavy Saquon Barkley game. So yeah, over 78.5 rushing yards. I'm hoping this one comes in quite comfortably.
Like it, Tag.
I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna jump on, and I might even chuck in a little higher ones as well. Bit of value over 80, over 90, over 100. Just to have because you get some better odds and a bit more value. I love it. It's Bish's best bet of the year so far for me. Love it.
The last best bet of the year didn't come in, so I'm hoping this one's better than that one.
That's my fault though, Bish. I call one of your bets a week the best bet of the year, and it's that's the one that always seems to not work. So yeah, I'm hiding away from saying that. I'll take you on my one, lads. I'm calling it a DeAndre Swift double. I've got DeAndre Swift under 37.5 rushing yards, but his line for receiving was 10.5. I've bit of a hunch based on what we saw last week here, lads. It's based on Roschon Johnson. Picked him up on both my fantasy teams that I play. Told everyone to go pick him up on the waiver wires. I think he's going to be the lead heavy back here. DeAndre Swift is averaging something like 1.3 yards an attempt. It's been honestly disgraceful. Or his rushing yards, the offensive line's been terrible. And I think Swift, he's not the heaviest one. He's a bit more explosive, a bit more dynamic. And I'm taking him back to his Detroit, Philly days when he was a receiving down back, and he was a very good and impressive one. And I think they've gone away from that a bit by using the other running backs as the receiving down back. I think Roschon Johnson will take the load rushing and use DeAndre Swift, in my opinion, what he does best in that receiving game, that short yards and get loads of receptions. So yeah. Start us off, DeAndre Swift double, under rushing, over receiving. Getting some approval.
I was waiting for Tag, but I'll go. Yeah, I'm that Chicago Bears offensive line is, it's very dicey. Doesn't look very, very good at all. And the Rams have, to be fair, they're actually not bad against the run. It's the back end where they've been struggling against the pass. So yeah, that could be interesting. Again, Swift, Johnson, Khalil Herbert, a mixture of them all in. So yeah, I don't mind that unders. And then we've sort of said a rookie's sort of best friend is a pass catching running back. So yeah, quite possibly one reception and he gets this. So yeah, I'm on it. Let's bring it in.
Yeah, I'm a bit undecided on that. Yeah, I like it. It's out there. It's not one you sort of see an under over on a running back like this, but I see the method in the Joe madness. So yeah, I can get on board with this, Joe. I can get on board.
Like it, yeah. Bish, takes through your second bet.
My second bet, it's another running back. It's Chuba Hubbard of the Panthers, over 58.5 rushing yards. And again, this is all about the matchup coming up against the Bengals. But a little bit on the Panthers as well. We saw Andy Dalton last week come in. Bryce Young has been benched, and I think it just gave a whole lift to the offense. They look a lot better offense. I was looking at Deontay Johnson lines on this as well. He's been going off last week. But I think I'll stick with the running backs. Last week, he actually had 21 carries for 114 yards, which was, I think, down to what Andy Dalton sort of gave them in the passing game. Teams can no longer stack the box. They've got to account for, and Adam Thielen will miss this one with a hamstring injury, but Deontay Johnson's out there who will require attention. And I think that opens it underneath for Chuba Hubbard, who is the main back. So yeah, he had a big breakout last week coming up against the Bengals, and the Bengals against the run, they're not very good. Gave up 142 per game on the ground in the past previous weeks. Week 1, Ramondre Stevenson went for 120. Pacheco of the Chiefs went for 90. And Washington last week they have a running back by committee, but 3 running backs all went for 30 plus. So that's, we're looking at over 90, 100 yards there as well. So I just think this is a great matchup for the Panthers. Upbeat after that win. Andy Dalton, as I said, a senior guy in there can breathe some life into this offense. And I think Chuba Hubbard gets this done on the ground, if anything like last week, very easily. So yeah, over 58.5 rushing yards for Chuba there.
Love it.
I do. I think you won nervous bit, I'd say, but not nervous actually. But the test for him, we'll see his usage for the rest of the year this game, because reportedly Jonathan Brooks will be back next week. Their early round running back draft pick. It's said to be healthy after his ACL injury, so it's probably one where it's probably up to Chuba to go get this rushing yard number, go impress, and keep himself in for the rest of the season. Because otherwise, I think they'll quickly move to Brooks if it is a bad game. So it'd be, I think, a bit an interesting one to follow just for storyline purposes as well.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I think Brooks will take over when he's fully fit. But yeah, for now, I'm hoping Chuba this week, like you said, can stake a claim for that. At least push Brooks close.
Right, I've got my big one, lads. This is the Bet365 Bet Builder boost of the week. I pick one and go through all the games. Pick one every week. Landed obviously the one not last week, the week before, and last week was a disaster in the Eagles Saints game. So I'm looking to make redemption, and I saw this one. It's a team I love. Both teams I like actually, even though it is a rivalry. It's the Green Bay Packers versus the Minnesota Vikings. I've got Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs to both get 50 plus. I've just put 50 plus. That's brilliant for me. 50 plus rushing yards. And then I've got Jordan Love and Sam Darnold to get 2 plus passing touchdowns each. And that comes in at 9-1. I think it's juicy. I think the rushing yards one should be an easy hit as long as Emmanuel Wilson doesn't fully take over. But I think it would game script. Packers had the game pretty early on wrapped up versus the Titans. Josh Jacobs will be needed and used in this game to hit that 50 plus. You've got Aaron Jones, not redemption game, but I guess comeback game against his old team that he had loads of amazing memories for. He's famous for the Lambeau Leap. He's coming in, and I think he's definitely landing 50 plus rushing yards here. Obviously, the riskier side is the Jordan Love, Sam Darnold 2 plus passing touchdowns. Darnold's hit this line every game of the year, so we just need a typical Sam Darnold game. He's been unbelievable. He's been very good. He's used Justin Jefferson. He's used the other pass catchers in the team very well as well. You've got the last year's rookie coming back. Jordan Addison should be back for this game, so he's got even more options. And then you've got Jordan Love coming back. Green Bay, again, similar to Minnesota, got a wealth of wide receivers. And I think, obviously, everyone's raving about this Brian Flores defense. I think Love and the Packers are the one to do it because it's so hard. You can't just take someone out of the game because they're all good pass catchers. Everyone gets a slice of the pie, and I think that's a very unique thing to do and defend against in the NFL. He may not have the answers here, and I think Love is good enough to get 2 plus passing touchdowns. So let's have it, lads. 9-1. Make me back from last week.
Yeah, I see the method in the madness, Joe. I think it's defense 1 v defense 2 on the season. I think especially in fantasy 1 and 2. I think it's a big asking for 4 touchdowns against the best 2 defenses and them sort of yards on the ground. I do like the rushing side of things. I don't see where them 2 probably shouldn't get that. I think the worry is the 2 plus passing touchdowns each, because when they do get in the red zone, they have got 2 very good running backs there. So you're arguably going to be seeing some rushing touchdowns as well. So the value's there 9-1. I just worry that 2 very good defenses aren't going to concede that many points.
My angle I'm coming at is I know Jordan Love is limited and is looking like he will play. What if he doesn't play? Does that just drop the odds a little bit? Did you just take Jordan Love out of that?
Yeah, I think it just scratches Jordan Love.
Yeah, it'll just scratch it. Well, yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, yeah, like you said, I'm loving Sam Darnold. I'm loving what he's doing at the minute. That Minnesota defense, I think they'll actually love to play. If that, like, people might think that's a bit weird, but I think they're all based on what Brian Flores does, different schemes and confusing quarterbacks. Whereas if Malik Willis plays, it'll be very much a run heavy game. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Jordan Love is back, how he goes up against that defense, which is bamboozled a lot of quarterbacks so far this year.
Yeah.
Jordan, come on, Jordan Love. He's that. All right, Bish, take us through your third and final bet.
My third one, again, another running back. It's Najee Harris, over 63.5 rushing yards. And again, this line is a bit all over the place. He was limited at the beginning of the week. I think he was seen with his arm in a sling, but the last I've seen, he is fit and looking and raring to go. Jalen Warren, his backup, who he splits carries with, does have a knee injury, who doesn't look like he's going to play. So this could be a heavy workload for Najee. And they're coming up against the Colts, who are the second worst team against the run this year, giving up 179 on the ground per game. So, I'm sure we'll touch on later. This one looks heavily like a defensive struggle. Steelers, they defend and run the ball, and I think this is what basically the Steelers will do, and the game script will allow them to do that. I'm not really liking Richardson in this game, so I think it'll be a heavy dose of Jonathan Taylor. And just to back that up, the Steelers are the second-ranked team in time of possession. They literally defend and run the ball. And Justin Fields is just a game manager, so it'll be a slow game. Najee in the first 3 weeks, he's had 20, 17, and 18 carries, so he will get a huge amount of workload, especially if Jalen Warren can't play. And he's also hit over this line in all three. He's been consistent. He's hit 70 yards twice and 69 yards as well, so all above this 63.5 yards. So yeah, I just think it's a massive Najee game, big workload, tight game, low scoring, and hopefully, we cruise to this.
Running back treble, we're on.
Yeah, that's it. Ground and pound this week.
Like you said, it's been ground and pound pretty much every week, hasn't it? I think if you go running back heavy in your bets, you've probably done pretty well this year. So yeah, come on, Bish. I like it. Carrying on the trend.
Yeah, I like it, Bish. Like you said, I think you're going to see a lot of the ball. There's going to be a lot of running in the game. The Colts are not looking too great. I think it's great value again. Like I said, I keep saying about trebling them up and one lets you down, but you pick three very good ones there and very good reasoning behind it. I think it's one we can all get on board with.
Yeah, I think I've been conservative with this line as well. For those who are a bit more risk averse, you can probably, like Tag said on Barkley, you can probably bump this up 4 or 5 yards and get a better price. So yeah, fire away on that one.
Like I've got to finish off a random treble for you. Might be some overlap with a few things we come up later here, but I'll read it out. I'll go Cincinnati Bengals at the Panthers over 47 points. I've got Houston Texans minus.
You asked my bet.
Stole your.
It's that good.
Sorry, lads, I'm a bit ill. I'm definitely not been on it today. Sorry. Right, second time around. Jacksonville versus Houston under 44.5 points. I've got the Steelers and Colts under 40, and Carolina v Bengals plus 4.5. So maybe a bit of overlap with what we've just seen. Sorry, Tag, I've kind of stole a bit of thunder there, but a bit of overlap. But I think two a bit different. So something for you to go out there.
Is that Panthers plus 4.5 there?
That's a great
one. Yeah, Bengals are the favourite.
I've had a nightmare today. Sorry, lads.
No, just double checking. Yeah, no, I like it, mate. Like you've seen there, we're coming on to my bet next. I'm with you on the Steelers Colts and the 40. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I just can't see the Steelers conceding much the way they defend, and I haven't got big faith in the Steelers quarterbacks personally. So I love that. I think the risk one there potentially is the Jacksonville Texan games, where Texans at home got embarrassed last week. The Jags got embarrassed. You've got two teams who are being embarrassed who are going to be looking to bounce back, and you might end up with a bit of a shootout. You never know.
That's what I'm worried about. I've kind of gone with it. I've got to feel it be a run-heavy game, as we've seen a lot this year. I think they're just going to steady the ships here. I think Jacksonville's wide receiver room's just been atrocious. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence has had his struggles. And then Houston, I think they just need to chug. Oh, dogs are now going mental. I think Houston just need to chug away. Yeah. And I think it's going to be a run-heavy game. And I think
Mixon back as well, potential. Looks like Mixon might be back.
Yeah,
Mixon back. I think Tank Dell's out. Oh, he could be streaming that way. So, yeah, will be interesting there. And one, probably, I like the unders of the Steelers Colts. I think that's a great bet, that. But I'm actually, it's not many games like that where I'm actually intrigued to watch and see what unfolds, because we know the Colts O-line is very good. Jonathan Taylor has been running riot, but we also know the Steelers defense is awesome as well. So it'll be interesting to see how both of them two, go against each other. And surely the Bengals, we thought it was all last week. We'd get that bounce back, and the defense got blown out quite a strong way. So the Red Rifle, though, the revenge game. So you never know. +4.5, but surely that'll be interesting.
Tag finishes off. Oh no, not we've got one more left. Tag, give us your one.
So, because I've been so poor, I've gone away from the tag treble, and I've got the tag treble +1. I've put 4 in this week. We're going for the quad, the big quadder. I've got the Bengals and Panthers over 47, Texans -6, Pittsburgh and Colts, as we spoke about, under 40, and I've just got money line on the Eagles to win. So, reasoning behind it, we spoke about the Pittsburgh Colts game already. I think that'll be low scoring. The Texans, I like the Texans, still like them. I think they'll bounce back this week, and the Jags look poor to me. So -6 is a line. Obviously, it's your converted touchdown there with the extra point. I think there'll be a touchdown better than the Jaguars at least, personally. The Bengals, Panthers, two bad defenses for me. The Red Rifle throwing it around. You've seen Hubbard talk, and there's a lot of pressure on Burrow to sort of keep him in the game. And you saw that with Jamar Chase, his breakout game this year last week with well over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. The risky one out the 4, the one that I chucked in there to get it from round about 7-1 up to the 12-1 mark, was the Eagles money line. They're going to the Bucks, they're playing the Bucks. I just think the Bucks were so poor last week. I know they've been maybe looking to improve, but they made Bo Nix look a lot better than what he is, in my opinion, at the minute. I'm still big Denver fan, but I'm still not all bought in on the Bo Nix at the minute. And Jalen Hurts, I think, has been playing very well this year with a lot of criticism his way. And obviously Barkley's there. He stays fit. I just think Eagles win the game. I just like what I've seen of the Eagles at times this year, and I think they win the match. So I'm risking it. It's not a treble, it's a quad, lads, but I want some value. I want to get well in the green on the ear. So I'm going for it roughly 12-1 in most places.
Thank you. Tim, Bengals, Panthers. No, oh my God, Bengals, Panthers. Yeah, over 47. I like it. Yeah, I think all three people have got a bet on this one. So let's hope the Panthers run riot and get a load of points. We've got Texans -6. Yeah, like it. Yeah, I think they're all, like I said, the Eagles one. I think the only worry I've got tagged against the Eagles one is obviously the Eagles cornerback room against the oh my God, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receivers. Obviously, as you know, with the Broncos, they've got good cornerbacks that can put a stop on Mike Evans, and I think that's what Baker struggled with a bit. It took him a while to get it going, and obviously the Eagles haven't been very good at cornerback. So that'd be my one worry. But like you said, if Saquon runs riot and just totally time controls the game, it's probably a safe one.
Yeah, I think they'll have enough. I think my worry is, and maybe I'm being a bit pessimistic based on last week, but is the Texans -6. We saw last week a lot of strong favourites get beat. Not only not cover the spread, but get beat as well. But
Yeah.
as you said, two teams that need to bounce back. The Jags, well, they're looking trouble, don't they? So that is a huge game, I think, for everyone. They lose that one, and all of a sudden your coach is, they're asking questions of your coach. So I am liking Brian Thomas Jr. See what he can do if T-Law can find him. But yeah, we like it. Yeah, let's hope for a big week from all of us.
And then the punt touchdown treble this week, lads. Take it away, Bish.
Yeah, so my selection is Chuba Hubbard. Again, backed up from what I've said. My only worry is Miles Sanders got the goal line touchdown last week, but I believe Chuba Hubbard will get plenty of action and he'll get one in the end zone for us.
I went with Marvin Harrison Jr. As Bish mentioned, the Arizona Cardinals game. It's going to be an interesting one. I think he's just getting better and better each week. They're finding a way to get him involved, and he's a big body. He's a big receiver, frame-wise, and I think he's got the skills just to get open. I think I've just gone pretty safe here, lads, on the receiving end.
Yeah, and me, Stephon Diggs, similar thought. As you said, Tank Dell probably out, so you've got Nico and Diggs. Look, CJ Stroud, one of the best throwers of the ball in the league. We saw Josh Allen throw 4 touchdown passes the first half against the Jags this week, just gone. I think Diggs gets open against that secondary. He's known for his touchdowns. I'm really liking Diggs to get a touchdown this week.
And that's coming in at just under 10-1 as well, so nice price that.
We're back.
Yeah. Boom.
All right, Bish, quickly run over your bets and then we'll fly through them and finish it off.
So bet 1 is Saquon Barkley over 78.5 rushing yards. Bet 2 is Chuba Hubbard over 58.5 rushing yards. And bet 3 is Najee Harris over 63.5 rushing yards.
My bets are in the. I've got to make sure I don't click yours again, Tiger. The Minnesota v Green Bay game. Jones and Josh Jacobs both getting 50+ rushing yards. Jordan Love, Sam Darnold, 2+ passing touchdowns each, and that's the Bet 365 bet boost. So look in the options, and it's 9-1. My second one is DeAndre Swift under 37.5 rushing yards and DeAndre Swift over 10.5 receiving yards. A bit of a fun bet and something like Tag said, something a bit different for you to have a bit of a laugh with following the games. And then the third one is the Jacksonville-Houston game under 44.5. We've got the Steelers Colts under 40, which is getting doubled up by Tag, and the Carolina v Cincinnati Bengals plus 4.5 for the Carolina Panthers. Tag, take us through your.
Yeah, it's a Tag quad this week rather than the treble, and we're going for the Bengals Panthers over 47. The Houston Texans -6 handicap. We've got the Colts and Steelers under 40, doubling up as we said, and then Philadelphia Eagles money line. Nice quad, 11.8-1, round about 12-1 most places.
Let's get it. I like it, lads. Let's make some money this week. Like you said, it's been a slow start for me and Tag. Bish, you've just been chugging away as you always do. So let's have a Bish. Hopefully you get a treble. Tag,
yeah, hopefully
one and hit one of mine, and I'm probably up on the week. So let's have a good one, lads. Please like, share, put your bets into the comments. Let's have a bit of a laugh. Whatever platform you're reading on, give us your messages of support, which have been brilliant this year. So much appreciated. And yeah. Let's keep going, lads. See you soon.